6 now on another story we broke first on WPRI.com this morning. A young Johnston father charged with child abuse.
And tonight we're learning more from prosecutors about what the man is accused of doing to his 4-month-old son. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Koury is live in Johnston now with the new details. Kim?
Well, Mike Shannon, police believe the alleged abuse took place when the baby was home alone with its father. They also say that baby boy was not taken to the hospital for up to 5 days. 21-year-old Koury Diaz DeLaRosa faces felony first-degree child abuse charges. Police say the Johnston man fractured his 4-month-old son's legs in 7 places, leaving the boy with a swollen pancreas and other injuries. In court Tuesday, detectives say DeLaRosa admitted to police that he had bent the baby's legs to try and stop the boy's crying. Police say it appeared the baby was shaken multiple times and held upside down by its ankles and feet. Police say the 4-month-old's mother told officers she didn't know the abuse had taken place and believed it occurred when DeLaRosa was left alone with the baby days ago. Police say 4 to 5 days went by before the child was taken to the hospital, where DCYF investigators were called after the boy was found to be lethargic, sleepy, and swollen. His significant injuries an indicator of abuse. Now, DeLaRosa's bail was set at $20,000 with surety. He was ordered to have no contact with his son. Coming up new at 6, we spoke with the DCYF about how they handle situations like this and how they try to prevent future instances of abuse. Reporting live in Johnston with the Mobile Newsroom, Kim Koury, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Susan. New at 6, DCYF is responding following a shocking case of child abuse. This 21-year-old Johnston father is charged with abusing his 4-month-old son. Doctors discovered 7 fractures in the infant's leg. Eyewitness News reporter Kim Koury spoke to DCYF about how they work to prevent future instances of abuse like this one. She joins us with more live coverage at 6.
Well, Shannon, police say the father told them he was trying to stop his young son from crying, but now he faces a charge of first-degree child abuse. Today we spoke with the DCYF about how they handle situations like this and what they say you should do if you suspect an abuse and neglect.
I can tell you.
DCYF spokesman Dennis Reel knows being a parent is tough.
Nobody sets out to be an abusive parent. We operate from a perspective that every parent wants what's best and right for their children.
But he also knows abuse and neglect happen, just as is allegedly the case for 21-year-old Koury Diaz DeLaRosa, charged with first-degree child abuse after police say he fractured his 4-month-old son's legs in 7 places and left him with abdominal swelling. Police believe he hung the baby upside down by its feet and ankles. Detectives say DeLaRosa admitted he bent the baby's legs in an effort to stop his crying.
If you're aware or if you suspect abuse and neglect, it's critically important that everybody in Rhode Island understand that they are mandatorily required to report that abuse and neglect under state law.
Reel says there are resources for parents and also for people who believe they know of a child in danger.
It's to be on lookout for those difficult times and to intervene on behalf of the parents.
And Reel says if you suspect child abuse or neglect, you should call the DCYF's confidential hotline at 1-800-RI-CHILD. As far as DeLaRosa, his bail was set at $20,000 with surety. He was ordered to have no contact with his son. Reporting live in Johnston with the Mobile Newsroom, Kim Koury, Eyewitness News.